Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Half a Plan podcast. My name is Trace, and
And David.
as my co-host David. This podcast, since it's episode one, we want to give a brief description about what we'll be covering. Basically, we are two friends who met through a friend playing Xbox during COVID, and ever since then, we've played games pretty much every day. We've talked essentially every day. We've got to know each other pretty well, and we've gotten to realize that we both have very strong opinions on all things media, and usually they are not the same. So we thought it'd be fun to make a little podcast like everyone else and get let y'all know our opinions on stuff. So my name's Trace. I'm just gonna briefly go over stuff that I like. For music, my favorite artist is Kendrick Lamar. I'm a big rap guy, so when we talk about music, that will be my kind of area of expertise, if you will. For TV, I'm really into anime right now. My favorite show or anime, or honestly, media property just in general, is One Piece. My co-host is not too much into anime, so if you have any anime questions or want us to talk about that at all, you'll most likely be hearing from me. Video games wise, I'm kind of all over the board right now. I got a lot of favorite games, just all time. It's going to be Spider-Man on the PS4, but I'm also a big Nintendo head. I love all the Nintendo games, all 3D platformers, and I'm one of the best Mario Kart players in the world. Just going to say that right now. What other? And then movies. I'm just going to say my letterbox top four, and then I'm going to head it on over to Beach, or David, excuse me. Also, I might call him Beach, he might call me Farm. That's just our nicknames, so don't get confused by that. My letterbox top four goes Poor Things, La La Land, Ratatouille, and Across the Spider-Verse. I think I've covered all of our major media mediums that we will be covering in this podcast. David, if you want to go ahead, the floor is yours.
Yes. So I'm David, the other half of this podcast, and my you and I agree on like some stuff, but our my favorite things are definitely like kind of the opposite of yours.
Yeah.
Um, so for like TV, you said anime is not really my thing, and it's not. And I'm not like a hater. I just don't think I found my anime yet.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um, and my hate is definitely like exaggerated to get a reaction out of you sometimes. So yeah, but my favorite TV is usually like, your HBO Sunday prestige drama type thing. Love that. But also I love sitcoms and adult animated shows very much. And of course I'll watch like the big things like Stranger Things and The Boys.
Hmm.
So um yeah, for visual media in general, like in general like consume most of it, even if it's not my favorite, because I just love watching stuff. And even if I don't like it, then still feel like it's added something to my life most of the time. Um, Video games, I definitely like an open world RPG person at heart. Also love FromSoft games, so Dark Souls type things, Elden Ring, Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice is my favorite game ever because it made me feel so accomplished. And yeah. Um, but also I do enjoy a good indie game now and then and think that indie games can provide you something that a giant company like Rockstar will never be able to provide, if that makes sense. Anyway, music, I my most listened to genre is probably like alternative pop. Um, like your Caroline Polachek, your FK Twigs, your Charlie XCX before she blew up. Um, but I also do love house music, dance music, your Daft Punk, your Disclosure, John Hopkins, all the greats. So that's my music taste. I also love rap and can get down with some grungy and or distorted, noisy things. I usually don't have or gravitate towards country. I mean, country I just can't do, but I can do
Hmm.
like folk and Americana. And usually I'm not like the biggest classic rock kind of guy. Um, but yeah, and then the last one is movies. My letterbox top four right now is Fantastic Mr. Fox, After Sun, Alien, which I would say is number one, probably overall, and Mother, which I don't think is like the best movie ever made, but it holds a special place in my heart because it opened my eyes to how movies can be more indirect than something like a Marvel movie and how
Mhm.
cool that is. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking of putting Mulholland Drive up there because that movie is insane, and I just saw it.
I need to watch it. All right, so for this episode, we're gonna be going over um, Wicked for good, and then the first half, or the first like
Stranger Things
drop,
season five, volume one.
Stranger Things season 5, volume 1. Do you want to start with Wicked? Oh wait, no, excuse me.
We're
We have
gonna
to
do
do
the
our
week.
weekly recap. So every episode we're gonna have a weekly recap where we just kind of go over major things that happened in the week prior to us recording. As of right now, we're recording on December 1st. So first thing we want to go over are the Game of the Year nominees. Now, Beach, I'm gonna let you talk about this a little bit more than I, because I've only played one of them. And I think,
Um,
how many have you played now? Or not like finished, but at least have some minutes on.
do you have the list? Can you pull up the list just
Yeah, I
for
got
game?
you. But while I'm pulling that up, because the one you are currently playing is Hades 2. So if you want to talk about
Yes.
that a bit, go
I'm
ahead.
probably around halfway through Hades 2, although it doesn't really end because the end game is kind of like you can keep going forever. But there's definitely a point where it's like you've completed most of the stuff, and I think I'm about halfway there. And I played Hades 1 in 2020 when it came out and absolutely loved it, but kind of like forgot about it or forgot how much I did love it because roguelites are not my particular cup of tea usually. Um, like I just have a hard time getting into them, but I think the way that Hades has like a very interesting story weaved into it that like you uncover each time you go through that loop again is very cool. And also it being Greek mythology, it's like I already know something about that from like Percy Jackson, so I like have some semblance of what's going on and the relationships between characters. And the gameplay is just really tight and fun and replayable and like just well thought out, polished to a sheen. So I'm not done with it yet, but definitely like very happy that it's up there for Game of the Year, like its first one was as well.
Yeah. I'm about to read you the full list. I just want to let y'all know. Last night I did download Hades 1, so I'm playing that right now. I played probably like 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours of it last night. I was having a good time. So I can definitely understand why it's nominated again. So the nominees we have Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, which from creators I watch or listen to, a lot of glaze for that one. We have Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We have Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is the one that I have played the most out of all of the ones on the list. We have Hades 2, which we have briefly touched on already. Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I know is another one of your favorites. But before we get into those, I do want to I forget which categories. I know the one that I want to talk about is in, but one of your favorite games. Oh my God, Split Fiction got an for Best Direction. We played that together on
Fiction got a
stream.
couple. I really wanted to win something. It should win like best co-op or multiplayer, of course.
I'm trying to find the category that I know Outer Worlds 2 got nominated for something as well. Um,
RPG.
maybe. I can't remember.
Anyway,
But
I'll go over
yeah, go
the
ahead.
list of Game of the Year because I played three of them.
Okay, go ahead.
I played Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which I think is going to win Game of the Year, and I don't think there's really a question about it because game has incredible emotion. People are obsessed with this game. I enjoyed it, but didn't love it. Um, One thing that's not really a mark against the game is I played it when it came out and it didn't run well on my PC. So that kind of, and I had like visual issues where it was really foggy and I felt like I had cataracts. Um, so that's not really like it is kind of their fault because they should optimize the game better, but
Mhm.
it's not a strike against the core gameplay, which I thought was very fun, but definitely got old by the time I was done. Like it's turn-based combat, uh, which it's pretty decent turn-based combat at that, plus a Sekiro parry, which I love a Sekiro parry.
Oh, but of
Uh,
course.
but it just got kind of like repetitive, like just standing in a spot and parrying when they attacked, and then doing your thing. I have to be honest, I got kind of tired of the combat by the end, and like the exploration wasn't certainly wasn't bad, but wasn't really all that interesting.
Uh,
Like I thought all the different places you went were really cool, but not like the ways you got there were pretty much just like usual, like walk over here or like walk around, find a key to this gate or something. Nothing really pushing the boundary there. Where the story, where the game is amazing is the story, which is genuinely like the opening sequence is like so emotional and sad. I was kind of blown away, and I thought I was in for something that was like really special. And the story is very special, and like it's got a lot of famous actors in it, and it's a well put together thing. I think the most impressive thing about Clair Obscur is that it's done by a studio that no one had ever heard of, and it's just like come out of nowhere with this AAA polished game that everyone loves. And I think that's a lot of the reason why people want that to win over something like Bonanza, which is also polished and incredible, but it's Nintendo. I have not played Bonanza, but you love it, and everyone else does love it as well. Not quite as much as like Odyssey shook
yeah,
the world,
I
which it was
can.
never going to be. Like it's not Mario, so it's not going to sell as well, but it was the same team, so I kind of expected.
Right. I mean, I can kind of. I haven't finished it. I played a lot of it. For those who have played and finished the game, if you want to know where I am, I actually don't know if I played a lot of it. I don't know how long it is, but I'm in the icy layer, snowy icy layer, and there's also lava. Um, it's like Punk Hazard for my One Piece fans. But I really do enjoy the game. I'm not gonna, but just kind of what you said about Odyssey, it has not, definitely hasn't captured me the way Odyssey has. Because if it did, I would have finished it. I finished Odyssey in like 3 days. While I was playing Odyssey, when I wasn't playing Odyssey, that's all I was thinking about was playing Odyssey. Um, Maybe for the first 3 hours of Bonanza, that was kind of, or not first 3 hours, the first 3 hours of Bonanza, I was playing Bonanza. But for the first day when I'd set it down, I'd be, oh, I kind of want to get back on. But kind of what you were saying about, what is Expedition 33, or is that what that game is called, right? I thought it was very repetitive. And I mean, it is very fun smashing stuff. Um, so I don't want it to sound like I'm hating because I really do enjoy the game and it's one of the better Nintendo games I've played probably since Odyssey, to be fair. But yeah, I wanted to like it a lot more than I currently am. And if I got back into it, maybe I'm also playing the Galaxy games right now in preparation for the movie next year. So that's kind of got in the way of that as well. And then we have Metroid Prime coming out in literally 2 days, and I'm really excited for that.
God, I'm kind of.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not worried because I don't have a Switch to, and I'm not going to play it, but I think it's going to be not great. Low
Early
key.
predicts, early predicts, not great. I
That's my
might
prediction.
watch a stream or so before I buy it. I don't know if it's going to be an instant purchase like Bonanza was for me, but
Like, just what I've watched about it, it's like I think people that grew up on the series, because obviously there hasn't been an installment in years, will definitely get like a kick out of that. But for people that have never played Metroid and are getting into it now,
that's me.
it kind of just looks like a pretty basic shooter.
Right? Yeah, I thought so too. It kind of gave me Halo vibes, especially like the visor, like HUD. But
Well, I'm talking about like the gameplay, not
well, I know. But
Metroid is pre Xbox, so get wrecked.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. You got me there. But just from my experience, I understand what you're saying. It did seem like just that. I don't know. We'll see. But also in the latest preview, they it seemed to have some open world assets, which is very hit or miss for me. It's depending on how
Right.
open the world is. I do like a little
Yeah.
bit. I need someone to hold my hand a bit, and or just have linear storytelling in some way to keep me um, not overwhelmed. I get very overwhelmed when I play huge games, which is something I want to get better at. But at the moment, I'm not. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna instantly buy it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna watch some streams, some gameplay, and just see what's to see about that. Real quick, while we're still on games, I do want to give a shout out to my pick for Game of the Year. That it wasn't nominated, but it did get a nomination for Best Sports Game of the Year, and that is Rematch. I love me some Rematch. We play Rematch quite frequently. Um, and I just love it. I think it's so much fun, and I'm excited for the future of the game, and I hope that it sticks around for longer than, I don't know, just a couple more months or so, because I really do have a great time on it. But
Rematch is
yeah, I
great,
just wanted to get that out.
but
I
it's
just
not
wanted to
game
get
of the
that out.
year.
Well, of course it's not
Okay.
Game of the Year. I know
Going
that.
through more, Death Stranding 2 is a Kojima PS5 game. I don't think it's gonna win. I It made a decent splash when it came out, but it's really not like you don't hear much about it anymore. It was a very cinematic game, and the graphics were genuinely incredible and kind of groundbreaking, I think. But it's a Death Stranding 1 is a very niche, you either love it or hate it kind of game, and I kind of hated it. So yeah, I didn't play that because I no longer have a PS5. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that's my game of the year.
There you
Uh,
go. Talk about it.
Skyrim like RPG, but like so much deeper and extremely immersive, extremely realistic, and incredible. Kind of exactly the type of game for me.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it's kind of underrated in how much that they did innovate with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It might not be immediately noticeable, but there's a lot of value there. What else? Hades 2, obviously, I'm playing and love. And then the last one was Hollow Knight Silk Song, which
I played 5 minutes of and couldn't get past the freaking tutorial part, so I put
I,
that one down pretty quick.
I never finished Hollow Knight, not really my type of game, even though it is like Loki is Souls-like. Um, I just don't like Metroidvanias really, um, which is what Hollow Knight is. It got super hyped up and acclaimed, but also there's like half of the internet thinks it's way too hard for no reason,
Hmm.
um, as opposed to like way too hard but a fun challenge. Uh, so we'll see. I don't like it's clear obscure, so good luck.
All right. What else happened this week? We got Marty Supreme early reviews. That's one of my more anticipated movies for I guess we only have 1 month left in this year. So we got Avatar and Marty. I mean, we have others, but those are definitely, I think, the ones that most people are looking forward to. You have more of an insight. You did more Twitter work before recording than I did. So what are people saying about Marty
I
Supreme?
didn't really look at Twitter. I more watched three reviews of
Oh,
reviewers,
really? Hmm.
and going into them, I was excited for Marty Supreme because there's a lot of Oscar hype, but I wasn't like dying to see it. Um, I didn't really know anything about it, and I wasn't like dying to learn more about it either. Um, but these reviews were all extremely positive, like barely a bad thing said about it between the three. I don't even know if there was a single bad thing said about it. Like they were like excellent acting, excellent script, excellent cinematography, excellent kind of everything. And I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. I've been in. I think it looks like a whole bunch of fun. And I used to be a pretty big Chalamet hater myself. He's won me over with his recent flicks, and it wasn't because of anything like he did. I just have a hard like. There was a time in his career where he was very much in the media, and just I felt. I felt like I was getting a lot of Timmy in my face. And when that happens, like even with shows that do so well, like Succession,
Well,
which
you never saw Call Me by Your Name, so you didn't understand
yeah, no,
why
exactly. And
everyone.
I hadn't seen Succession, but I'm watching it now. But even when that was winning every Emmy in sight, it's just like it was too much. I was like, "Fuck this! I don't even want to watch it." Which I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say. It's just how my brain works. So when he was kind of shoved down my throat, I kind of rejected Chalamet, and then I saw a couple of his flicks. I was like, "This kid's pretty dope. Kid's pretty dope." So now he's got. I'm a big fan of his now, so I'm pretty stoked. And the
They all
last
said
thing, go ahead.
all the reviews said he's getting his Oscar. So
Oh, that would be sick for a ping pong movie. I'll be all for it. It looks dope. I'm like really excited. And the freaking marketing, like promo,
I haven't really seen any.
the jackets, bro, and that little Zoom call he did, that was
I saw the
hilarious.
Zoom call where he was like,
Dude,
"Schwa-"
that shit was so funny. I don't know,
um,
that got me.
but I didn't see anything other than that meme.
I know the jackets are tough. I'm shocked you haven't seen the jackets. I'm trying to get one. Not really. Well, maybe if they're cheap, which they're not.
They won't be.
Yeah, no. All right, last thing on the weekly recap. We got Zootopia. We won't be talking about Zootopia in this week's episode just because of Wicked and Stranger Things. We didn't want to get too bloated. But it will be on next week's
And I
episode, so
haven't seen
please come
it,
back.
so there's
Yeah, I
that.
mean, neither of us have seen it. But yeah, we will be talking about next week, so please come back if you are watching now. But Zootopia, just real quick, early box office numbers.
It's going
So
crazy.
yeah, it's going crazy. Yeah,
It's
just
crazy.
to put it nicely, it's going insane. It's been out for 3 days now, or maybe four. No, 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 no. It came out kind of early last week. It was like Wednesday or something. So almost a whole, not a full week, but close. And it's over 500,000. And two of its. I mean, I know I love the first one. Do you want to? How do you feel about the first one? I think it's like one
I
of
really do
Disney's,
like it. It's definitely one of Disney's best
like in the modern.
animated films of their modern era, for sure,
Yeah,
including
absolutely.
Pixar. Um,
Fair. No, absolutely. I agree with that. I'm a Pixar guy. I agree with that.
I
So yeah,
think
it's
all the
made that much.
memes.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you.
I was
I
gonna
was.
say it's made that much money, and two of its biggest fans, or not biggest fans, but two people who are very much wanting to see it have not seen it yet. So more money is definitely on the way. It is a shoe-in to make a bit over $1 billion. I think it'll beat Lilo and Stitch. I think it'll be the highest grossing movie of the year.
It will. I think it could. Like we're in the 2 billion conversation now. I
That
don't know. I don't think it's gonna do it, but
that would
that's
be
my guess.
nuts. You think it would make more than Avatar?
I mean, when Avatar 2 came out, I was like, there's no way this is gonna make so much money because no one was really talking about it, and it's a long ass movie, and it's just kind of more Avatar, which I
Yeah,
love. But um, then it made 2 billion. So I
I
kind
think
of
it's
think
gonna
the
do good.
same. It's like I don't know how it's gonna do it again, especially because it's only been 2 years now, like 3 years.
Yeah,
But the last one was like a proper 10-year wait. So I'm skeptical, but also don't bet against James Cameron.
yeah, yeah, and just the overseas audience. They
Yes,
go
that's
crazy
also why
for Pandora.
Zootopia is so big.
They
Zootopia is
go,
big in Asia.
yeah. Is that it for the weekly recap? We obviously have Stranger Things. That was a huge thing this week, but we're gonna talk about that in the main episode.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So we're gonna start out with reviewing Wicked for Good. Before we get into it, I just want to kind of give y'all my thoughts, David, if you want to do the same, of what I thought about just Wicked from last year. So you kind of get an idea of where I was at, my excitement level going into this. So I'm just pulling up my Letterboxd review. I can't remember the exact stars I gave it, but I'm pulling it up right now. I gave it a 4.5, which that's what I would have thought.
Wicked?
Yeah, the
Oh,
first
Wicked
one.
one. Wicked one. Okay.
Yeah, Wicked one, the first one.
I gave Wicked one a 4.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, my review says I was basically very complimentary of Ariana and Cynthia's chemistry, and then I also added that I mean, at the time of this, I was bumping Kendrick's album GNX a lot, so it says bumping GNX and Wicked soundtrack for the foreseeable future, which yeah, we can compare and contrast the two later in the review. But how we're gonna review stuff is first we'll do the conversational starter review, is what I'd like to call it. So I'll count down from three, and we have three options to say. We can either say it's awful, it's bad, it's fine, it's good, or it's great.
That's
And then
five
at
options.
yeah, five options. And then at the end of our reviews, I just thought we'd give our actual letterbox scores, like our stars for it. So you get kind of two forms of it. One's just trying to get the ball rolling, see how we feel about it, because we try not to talk too much before recording. And then the other is just our actual like proper score. If yeah. All right. So here are our thoughts for Wicked for Good. Three, two, one. It's fine.
It's bad.
It's bad. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you go first because go
I
ahead.
don't know. I gave it a 2.5 on Letterboxd, but I've been thinking of putting that down to two because I'm just like nothing about it was really memorable for me, whereas
Yeah.
so much of Wicked Part One was very memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I knew that it was a pretty accepted opinion that the first half of the play of Wicked was much more beloved than the second half.
Yeah.
Um, and then, the reviews for this one came out and they were good and not great. Um, but, I thought they obviously knew that people had problems with the second half and it wasn't as engaging. And so I think they could have done so much more to change that.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just like, I was bored. I didn't think any of the songs were nearly as catchy as like most of the ones from part one, except for uh
I liked Wonderful a
No Good
lot.
Deed Goes Unpunished.
Okay.
That should hit. And then like For Good is good, but also I thought the ending was like way to end on a whimper. Um Opposed to like Defying Gravity ending the first movie, which is like
Oh,
so fucking epic.
I cried. I cried.
Um so yeah, not particularly beautiful, not particularly impressively shot, or like
Yeah.
I didn't think Ariana Grande was nearly as good as everyone's saying she is. Like she was fine.
I mean, yeah.
I thought honestly Jonathan Bailey was like kind of eating. Um, and then Cynthia was great, but also probably not as good as the first one. I'm sorry. So yeah, uh,
Yeah. You want me to go?
yeah,
All right. So when I said it's fine, I'm definitely on the closer side of it's bad than it is it's good. I want to say just positives before I go into my negatives. I thought that this movie embraced like the kind of Technicolor, or paid homage to the Technicolor spectacle that is The Wizard of Oz much more than the first one did. I thought the colors popped more in this one. Not saying it was shot better. I just think maybe the color grading was better because I noticed way more colors in it, and that might be the end. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not the end of my positives. I want to shout out the Wicked community because y'all are strong and very passionate. And this thing's been out for 25 plus years. Whenever they started on Broadway, you had more than enough excuses if you wanted to spoil shit. You could have, but you didn't. And like I didn't know what was going to happen. So shout out
well,
y'all. Go ahead.
I don't know if they deserve that. I mean,
I'm
I
just saying
definitely
it's
got it
easy to
spoiled
spoil.
that Fiyero was the Scarecrow and what's his face was the Tin Man. Did you not?
I felt like I don't know if I got it spoiled as much as I don't want to say I figured it out, but just like when my sister and I saw it with my sister and my dad the first time, and we were just yapping about it in the car, and then we kind of like put those pieces together. I do want to get back to that in a second because you're talking about performances, but yeah, but I'm trying to think of
Well,
other positive.
also like there's no real twists or turns to fucking
Yeah,
spoil.
and that's fair. You know, that is fair. Sure, sure. Yeah, not much happened. So what else? What else? What else is positive? Maybe let's just go straight into the negatives, and it'll hit me while I'm talking. I thought it was extremely too long. Like,
It was too long and it was half an hour shorter than the first one, which was also too long, but it felt
but it
more too long
didn't.
than
That
the first
shocks
one.
me. But I also thought the pacing was weird. Like, I thought the first 30 minutes, I was like, "Holy shit, we're flying through stuff," and
Okay,
then the
we're flying through
last,
stuff, but also I'm so bored. Like I was so bored at the beginning.
Yeah, but just as a pacing, I was like, dude, we are scooting, we are moving, and then it just hit this fucking I don't even know, and like the last 30 minutes, bro, like oh my God, I could not believe when a new like scene popped up or a new frame. I was like, how are we not seeing John Chu's name? What's his name? I think that's his name. How are we not seeing these credits right yet? Um, so one of my biggest, benefits of the first one, or not benefits, but like one of the greatest things about the first is Ariana and Cynthia and how great they are together and how fun they are, just because of how like the juxtaposition of them. And then you just take that away, which I understand. Like I get it, they're not in school anymore, so I get that that has to happen. But like my two favorite scenes in the movie are the only ones that they're together. Really, it's the wonderful scene with the wizard when he's singing. That song was also the only one I liked. I also really like that scene. Like I'm gonna keep it a stack. I fucking love that scene. I had a lot of fun. And then the fight scene, which was also so much fun. And shout out my
That scene was
theater.
so stupid.
No, okay, well maybe my theater made up for it because everyone was gasping and gagging, and it made it super fun and enjoyable because they were
I
into
mean, I
it.
thought it was like they kind of like played into the stupidity of it. Like
Yeah, no,
they're
definitely.
just hitting each other with sticks. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, no, yeah. But those are the two scenes that I remember, and they so happen to be like the only two scenes that they're together. Actually, that's not true. I do remember the sex scene because I was like, "Oh shit!" Also, kind of crazy that when her sister dies, she was getting dicked down, like just crazy, crazy lore drop. But yeah, those are pretty much the only scenes I remember. I thought everyone's acting. It's just hard because they weren't together, so I don't really want to talk shit on Ariana or Cynthia because when they were together, it was good, and they just weren't together for so much of the movie. Um, I think what's that guy's name who played Tin Man? Um, Bach.
Ethan Slater.
He's getting too much, like way too much glaze. Like he had one
Yeah.
ferocious scene, everyone's like, give him his Oscar.
No, no, no,
Done.
no. Do not give
Done.
him the Oscar, but he was
Done.
better than I thought he would be.
Fair, but the glaze is kind of ridiculous. And then, like, I really do hate to say this a lot, but Eminem, the only
And
thing
then
she gave me
Wicked
was
Witch.
Wicked Witch, was the great meme that is, and how much of a vocal sin that has become for me.
I like when she was making the clouds with her hands. That was
Oh,
nice.
dude, I hated every time she was on screen. I
She
was
was
like,
not good. I mean, I
bro,
still love her.
it was just like it took me out of it a lot, like a lot. And I don't like dragging on people, especially acting when
It
we talk about
wasn't,
acting.
yeah, I mean, she wasn't doing what's needed to be done, and the director was not fixing that. So
Yeah. I just felt like she looked like she was very over it and like didn't really want to be there. Which I mean, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that was definitely one of my biggest takeaways. Is like, good lord, that was that was rough. I thought the music was so much worse. There's not a single song I added or listened to after, whereas the first there was like four or five. I can't remember them all, but I was bumping that shit in the car for months, weeks.
I
Um,
think, like,
Good.
bigger picture for me, not necessarily the movie's fault, but more just Wicked in general. The second half tries way too hard to like connect it to the Wizard of Oz, and I
Yeah,
think that makes it much worse.
I
Like,
totally agree with that.
why are we focusing on Bach turning into the Tin Man? I liked Fiyero and the Scarecrow. Like, I thought that fit in naturally. But like with the house falling and everything, like that just felt really unnecessary to me. Whereas you could have just had a standalone story in Oz with like some Easter eggs.
Scattered.
And that would have probably been a much more natural and satisfying ending.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
but like that's not really that's a huge part of the story. So I don't know how you fix that necessarily. But they certainly didn't try.
no, no, maybe not. So yeah, my letterbox score for this was 2.5. I like you could be talked down. I think it was one of those where I really wanted to like it. So I don't know. I have that a lot where I'm excited for something. I think the biggest example of that from this year would be F1 the movie. I'm a big F1 fan. So and it came out on my birthday. So I was just like really excited for that all year. And when I walked out of it, I knew I didn't like it, and I just wanted to. I think I gave it a 4 or something. And since then, it's just dramatically dropped. So I do that sometimes, where I get really excited for something and it doesn't turn out
Uh,
how as I want it, but I try to make it in my head. So yeah, I mean, I could definitely drop it down to a two. Like you said, I haven't thought about it since 20 minutes after I left the theater. Like I don't care. And then I saw they might do a Wicked universe. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not, to be fair, I'm not even that big of a fan of The Wizard of Oz. Like that's not my jive. Like I know a lot of people love that movie, but that's not my jive. I'm not one of those people that loves that movie. I'm one of those people that
yeah,
sleeps through that movie.
yeah.
So,
I don't really care about Wicked of Oz. I think like the backstory as to how that movie was made and how fucked up that set is or
oh God,
was very funny. Not
it's
funny,
super interesting.
very interesting. Um, but like I don't really care about the story of Oz, and I
Yeah.
didn't care about Wicked at all until the first one. But after the first one, I was like, okay, I can get behind this.
Hmm.
Like, Wicked One was not a perfect movie for me at all, but when it hit, it was like incredible. So
Yeah.
I was very much a fan. And then now I'm kind of like, it just ends at Defying Gravity.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So, yeah, my letterbox score is 2.5. Did you already say yours?
Yeah, mine is 2.5 currently, but I'm thinking to just
Oh,
because I haven't like I could have told you all this that I've said right now at the moment I walked out of the theater. It hasn't challenged me in any way.
right. Right. Oh, also, for those who don't know, which if you're listening to this podcast, you probably do know, but just in case, Letterbox is a movie app, and they have a score system. It's just 1 through 5 stars, and you can use halves, no quarters though, just halves. So that's what when I say what was your Letterbox score, that is the basis of how that works. So it's basically just 1 through 5. So yeah, do you want to move on to Stranger Things, or do you have anything else you want to say?
Um, about Letterboxd, like I feel the need if we're gonna essentially rate everything out of 10, which I think is a good scale. I feel like mine is slightly different than most people. Like for me, a 5 is a very average movie that I didn't either loved nor hated. And then anything above a 5 is something that I did enjoy. Whereas most people would see a 6 out of 10 and be like, that's kind of bad. For me,
Right.
that's like good, not great. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of the both of us which if you guys listen or come back and listen to this podcast, I know times you'll learn that I'm not as tough as a critique as my co-host is here, or maybe that might not be true. Um, I think I just
No,
have
it's true.
a bigger tolerance for bullshit maybe, and I can graze
I'm
over some
somewhat of a
stuff.
snob, sure. But like
Yeah,
I
you
should
said
be.
it.
I should be. So yeah.
It's good for the pod, man. It's good for the pod. All right, you want to do Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. It's awful, it's
Um,
bad, it's fine, it's good, it's great.
yeah. I know what you're gonna say, and you know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know if you know what I'm gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. I don't know if you know what I'm gonna say. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's bad.
It's bad and it might be awful. I don't know if I'm
Okay,
really ready to say it's
I
awful, but
thought you
it's
were gonna
bad.
say it's awful. I thought you were gonna say it's awful for sure. I I was holding
I
out because
just
it's
don't
not done.
understand how everyone loves it. You're
If
like
it
the
was
only person I've talked to that hates it.
dog, everyone loves. I'm like, what am I missing, dude? Everyone
Except
loves it.
for some people that I trust on Twitter, like in the film circles or like YouTube reviewers I like are also like, I don't know about this, but I'm like I struggle to see like anything that's really great.
I'll say this: if it was done, if this was just a 4 episode season and ended here, I would say it's awful. I'm only saying it's bad because
Well,
it's not
of
done.
course, it's not.
So I'm giving it a hope. I mean, at least I tried to
These
give it hope
first four
after.
episodes were pretty awful.
They're so bad,
And I think
dude. They
there's
were
like
so hard to
when I
watch
was
for
talking about
me.
it with my sister, she was like, I think some reveals in the second half are gonna make the first half make more sense and or be more interesting. And I'm like,
Yeah,
sure, that's possible, but
I hope.
as it
I hope.
stands, not it for me. But like even my friend Olivia, who we often have the same opinions, she's like, we loved it. And I'm like, I kind of hated it.
I can't. I couldn't even like finish it.
And it's
Also, just real
let's
quick,
say, yeah, yeah.
go ahead. I was just gonna say,
I love season one. Season two is very mid. Season three is slightly above mid. Season four I thought was really fun. Definitely had some problems and like it was starting to be like a little bit cringe, but mostly was fine with that because the story was really interesting, I thought, and like the
mhm.
reveals were really good and some of the action and the set pieces I really loved. Um, so yeah, my ranking goes one, four, three, two, and then now volume or season five, volume one, at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
I just,
with that, like I'm not a super fan or anything. Like I'm not really
mhm.
thinking about Stranger Things when it's not Stranger Things season. But I very much do enjoy the good seasons of the show and was very much looking forward to this new season for sure.
Yeah. Um, so I think I'm probably a bigger Stranger Things fan than you. I don't think it's by that much. I'm not a super fan. When it's not like what you said, I don't think about it when it's not Stranger Things season. My season rankings from just best to worst for me would go 4, 1, 3, 2. And yeah, I really loved 4 a lot. I mean that's why it's my favorite. But I think 1 is great too. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with 5. It's like, I mean, you can say it's a dialogue. I think it's like so many things that I felt like I've never like encountered before in the show. Like, I think my biggest problem is like I can't get immersed. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, the whole time I'm watching a show. Like, I'm having a very hard time like getting into it and being like,
Yeah.
let's go, let's kill
Whereas I really didn't
Vecna.
have a problem with that. Like that was never a problem with Stranger Things. That was always its strength, is that it was
Yeah,
always like super 80s
I was
and
in Hawkins, baby. I'm there
yeah.
with y'all. No, 100%.
Um yeah. And it's like the dialogue I thought was terrible.
It is.
Like
I mean, it is.
it's Stranger Things has never been the best written show, and it's always had some corny lines, but usually those were somewhat charming. And now it's just one, it's very repetitive. We're going through the same stuff that we've always gone through, Hopper being protective of Elle and Elle being like, I want to do it, like whatever. Um, Mike and Elle being like in love, but not together for whatever reason. And then like the love triangle with Nancy and like there is new stuff. I do actually like what they're doing with Will and Robin
Hmm.
and having them like be gay together. Like I think that's fun and sweet.
Yeah.
And I liked the spoiler warning, by the way, but the second episode when the opening when the Wheelers' parents got fucked up, I was pretty gagged because she got like
Cooked.
eviscerated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was.
But then she was just fine. And I'm like, so what's the damn
Yeah.
point? It's just a fucking cool scene. Like, can we have some consequences? And
Hmm.
like Nancy and Mike seem sad for like a minute and then they're like, fine. Like,
Yeah. And then yeah. No, for sure. I mean, also one of my biggest things that I'm not enjoying, especially what I enjoyed it so much in season 3 and 4, and that is Steve and Dustin. Um,
yeah.
and why is Steve so mean to this kid right now? Like, bro, he's going through some shit. Why is everyone fucking being like, why? Like, I don't get it. Why everyone's so mad at Dustin, bro? I don't
And
know.
yeah.
They're all and like when they were fighting in the upside down before they crashed into the wall. Like when I mean, obviously they're gonna crash into the wall because
I got the wall. I hate the wall.
you
I
hate the
hate the wall
wall.
so much
You
because
hate the
it's
wall.
just
Talk
like
about the wall. Talk about the
an
wall.
embodiment of the worst things of Stranger Things. It's just this blank, giant, ugly, like squiggly wall that is
Hmm.
the upside down, that is like tentacles, and Elle points her hands at it and it moves a little bit. I'm like, what is interesting about a wall? Why are we making that like a centerpiece of this season? It's a fucking wall.
Right. Fair.
I'm not gagged. I'm not gagged.
I mean, the interesting thing is what's on the other side, but I don't know.
But you can make that more interesting than a fucking giant, like
Dome.
faceless
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah,
Whereas like even season four, like there were some cool set pieces, there were some pretty shots. There has been nothing really. Even the big final battle in episode four, it was kind of like fire, like blob of
yeah.
regular. And this is the most expensive show like ever fucking made.
Yeah, we can talk about that. There's one shot that I thought actually did look cool. I think it's in episode one. I mean, but for there to be one out of four episodes, a bit of a problem. But it's when Steve and Jonathan are going up the tower and it's kind of spinning.
That was so bad. It was the most
No,
obvious
I'm a
reaction I've
slut
ever
for
seen in my life.
symmetry. It looked cool. It was literally 2 seconds long.
It was
No,
the most obvious
not when they're
reaction.
climbing, not when they're
Okay, okay.
climbing. It's when the camera's under and it's kind of twisting and it's all
Sure.
symmetry and I loved it. But
The
I know what you're
climbing
talking
was
about when they're
act.
climbing because that green screen. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Um, let's see.
Uh,
Do you want to touch on the
Max.
acting? I thought you said something
Oh,
extremely interesting in our text that I want you to say. I don't want to steal your point.
what did I
You,
say?
it was about the age of the kids and how it might be affecting the vibes.
I don't remember what I said.
Well, okay, I'll say it for you. What he said was, I forget how it got brought up. Maybe I said why they're also unk, or maybe you said that, and then you said you're a grown ass man. Why are you screaming about we got to stop Vecna? And I
Yeah.
thought that was so like, is that what's taking me out? Like, because the whimsy of them being kids
No,
is
it's
gone.
the first, like, the fact that it takes so long between seasons and they're getting so old has been a topic ever since like season three.
Hmm.
But like up until season five, I was fine in season four because they looked like kind of like seniors in high school. And
Yeah,
yeah, they were supposed to be freshmen in high school and they didn't look like freshmen, but that was fine with me that they were like looked high school age. But now they look like seniors in college. And you're talking
yeah,
about like it's just like it I can't suspend my disbelief anymore with that. Like when Mike was talking to Holly and like he pulled out a D&D figurine, I was like,
yeah,
that scene
yeah.
cringed me so bad.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so. I think the worst one for me is it's. Well, this was the one that really got me worried because it was in episode one. It was when Dustin. It's kind of like when Disney or like any show like has a
Are you
guest
talking about the
star.
bullying?
Well, yeah, but real quick before that, but it was because they did it with the main characters too. When any like show has a guest star, they walk in and they're like, "Did someone say my name?" And the track is like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Like
Well,
when
I don't
Lucas
because I
pulled
didn't watch
up and
this.
he was like,
It was so bad.
it felt
And
like
then he
that. And
was
then
like,
when
"You want me
Mike
to
came
pop
and
your
he was,
nuts?"
oh my God, literally squeeze him. And
Look
then
a big
Mike
whale
pulled
behind
up and he
you
was all like, it felt like there should be
because they're like
like
tall
applause
now.
tracks in
Well,
there.
because that's what they want people to like watch, and then fucking normies in their house are like, "Yay!"
No, but the bullies, bro. I mean, I get it. It is the 80s. Like, I get it. I get the Karate Kid type of bully, and I get why it's like that.
No, but like it's
But, like,
never been
dude, the
like that
Haya
before.
line? Haya. Oh! Oh, do you remember in the graveyard when the fourth bully comes up? And everyone's like, you should have done that, Henderson. And the fourth guy
I
comes up and he goes, Haya. Oh! Nah, bro, like, I couldn't do it. It's so boo.
no, it's yeah. The only like you were saying you didn't think Winona Ryder was that good, and I don't think Joyce is that good this season. Hopper's
That's
fine.
See, that's what. Okay, just real quick. Just to clear the air on that. That's why I'm like, because I do, and I said earlier in this episode that I don't like ragging on acting, because the director has a large. You just never know what's being said behind the camera, and also I don't know. They've been doing that. I don't know. Anyways, but when I see Winona Ryder and David Harbour, and I'm like, y'all, this isn't good. That's when I'm like, I gotta be a bit nicer to the kids as well. Because if they're struggling with this dialogue, I mean, these are
Yeah,
vets of
no,
the
it's bad
game.
dialogue.
They're vets. So
Um, and what was I gonna say? I just thought of
I'm sorry.
something.
I didn't mean to
No.
cut you off. I just want to clear the air because I don't like being mean and negative. But in this episode, it's oddly that this is episode one and I'm starting off
Oh
negative. I
yeah,
swear
yeah.
I'm not like this.
11. She wasn't like bad acting, but I think she had some of the worst dialogue and is another victim of looking too old. Um, like she looks like a grown ass woman. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, she's Is
She
she
is a
not a
grown
mother?
up.
Is she not a
Yeah.
mother? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Um, so yeah, Max and Holly things are like
I think
kind of cool, but also like, why
that's
are you in
the.
some random ass cave? Like, what are we
And did
doing?
you see? Okay, I was doom scrolling last night, and apparently this cave thing is all explained in the play, the Stranger Things play. I'm like, bro,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
seeing the
care.
fucking play. So maybe the second half they'll elaborate on said play. But if you
Sure.
expect me to
Fucking
watch the play to understand this damn season of telly, which basically don't let's not get it twisted. You can't switch freaking mediums like that. Don't go to stage on me when you essentially created streaming. Like I think you stick to your TV. You made modern TV what it
I
is.
mean, they can make a play if they want, but
But don't make me
don't make it
watch
essential
it
to
to
the
understand lore. Yeah.
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 Well, yeah. And Mr. What's It is just a lazy excuse to get Henry Creel back on screen without all the makeup. Because he went viral last season because he has an interesting face. Um, like I don't know. I feel like I was higher on season 4 than most people,
Oh, I
and everyone
definitely
was
was. I
kind of
love
like,
season four.
it's good, but it's getting old. And now everyone's kind of like, oh my God, this finale is so epic. And
I feel left out.
yeah,
I feel left out.
same.
Also,
I
I
think
said this to you. What did you say? Go ahead.
I think it all depends on how it ends. But if the ending is the same quality that Volume 1 is, I think it will come out and there will be hype because there will be some crazy twist or someone will die or whatever. And then
Yeah.
like it won't age well.
Fair. Um, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I said this to you last night, but I do want to say this in the actual episode because the fact that the season 5 episode 4 is the highest rated episode in the show. Like, don't fuck with me like that. Do not disrespect the show. Do
Oh
not
yeah.
disrespect this series. Like that's
It's like
insane to me.
embarrassing. I was so cringed when Will held up his hands. I was like, no, this is not it.
I mean, you could smell it coming from a mile away though. Like I
Yeah,
knew
it's
it was
not even
coming.
like a very interesting twist. He just like another person that can fucking wave their hand at a Demogorgon and it goes away, just what the show needed. More fucking powers that have no like rules or anything.
Well, I mean, we'll see about the rules. I bet there is rules because his seem to be a lot more intertwined. At least I'm having a hard time understanding it. And he's like, I'm in Vecna's mind, and he's in mine, and
Right.
all this shit. He's
I
digging
think
in
it's
me, I'm digging in
interesting that
him.
he's like kidnapping kids, and I think that'll go somewhere interesting because now he like has them all, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
what's he gonna do with them kids?
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't
I'm
know. I need
interested in this suburban setting as well, this cave and house, like where that is. I mean, there's stuff I'm excited for. I got to keep it a stack. I was thoroughly underpressed and quite frankly disappointed
oh
with the first 4 episodes.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, letterbox score for me would be a 1.5 right now, probably out of 5. I mean, just
Same.
not good. Just not good.
Same. And I don't want to. It's been a somewhat negative episode
I
because I'm
know.
not
I
used to
hate
this.
starting out
Negative.
like that, but I knew it would be when we said these are the topics. I'm like, bro, I have to be honest. I'm a,
Well, it's two disappointments for sure, but that's
yeah.
fine. Next week we'll talk about Zootopia, and we'll probably like that.
Oh, hopefully, dude. Could you imagine if we shit on that too? Fuck, we gotta start watching Peak.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, we're watching Knives Out tonight. That'll be peak with
Oh,
our friends.
when does the third one come out? That's this month, isn't it?
The third one is out in select theaters right now. I'm sure you could find one in Dallas.
I'm not in Dallas right now. I'm still in
I
Oklahoma.
don't know if you could find one in Tulsa, but
Why are
there's
you
a few.
doxing me? Stop
Which
doxing.
you
Uh,
said I'm in Tulsa right now.
I said I'm in Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
It's fine. It's
Bitch.
fine.
They're gonna find you. Yeah, there's a few in my city that uh I think we're gonna go to once Max sees Knives Out one. He's never
You
seen
haven't
any of
seen
them.
it?
No, and
Oh,
I don't think he has to
fuck.
see it, which is why we're
Glass
watching it.
Onion?
Yeah, the
You
Glass
haven't
Onion.
seen Glass Onion. Glass Onion's fun. Glass Onion's fun.
I think I
I
really
mean,
love Knives Out, and Glass Onion's just fun.
I feel strongly about Knives Out.
But I'm excited for this new one. The cast is great, and it's getting great reviews, and I love Benoit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Um, so when will it be out? If I don't have it in select theaters, is it still this month?
Christmas time.
Everything's dropping Christmas Day, bro. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day. Um, you want to do band for band?
Oh, yes.
All right. So this is going to be another weekly segment, just like the weekly recap. Those are the only two segments as of right now that will be on every single episode. Well, I mean, we'll try to do this one every single episode. But that's the thing with this one; it'll push me to find more music for you because I know you're not going to listen to a lot of the stuff that I would send you. But so basically, we're going to call this segment "Band for Band," where he gives me an album to listen to that he likes that I have not heard, and then throughout the week I will listen to it, and then I give him one, and vice versa. And then on the next episode, we will review said albums, and then also give our ones for the next week. Um, so yeah, if you guys want to listen along, that is encouraged. So do so. Do you want me to start or you to start? This is our first one, so we are not reviewing an album. This is just us giving our picks. This will be a quick segment. We're just
You
giving our
start.
picks and a little bit of reasoning of why. All right, my
You start.
pick for you is going to
That
be
sounds like Beach Boys.
Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. You recently told me you've never gotten into the Beach Boys, and I think that's a wide open layup for me to give you this one. I think you'll like this one more. Just a quick little recap on its making. This one was not made with all of the brothers. The brothers were touring overseas, and Brian did not want to go because he was, dealing with stuff as he does for a large, or as he did, RIP, for a large portion of his life. So he stayed back and wrote this song or wrote this album pretty much solo dolo. It's very different from the Surfer USA, California Girls kind of beachside barbershop quartet, if you will. This is very much where he really first showed his what I think is his brilliance and why he's one of the greatest to ever live. My favorite song from off the album is "God Only Knows" because that is my favorite song ever made. But like out of the deep cut of the album, it would be the second song called "You Still Believe in Me." I think that's peak Brian Wilson, just him going crazy with harmonies and weird sounds, pet sounds, if you will, cool sounds. It's just all over the place, very experimental, especially for the music that they were putting out prior to this album. So yeah, that's my pick for you. I hope you enjoy so. I know you do like experimental music, so I thought this would be a fitting pick for our first week of Band for Band. Take the floor, David.
Okay, my pick for you is pretty much the opposite. It's a very electronic album that's very new. It's called I Love My Computer by Nina Girachi.
Okay.
Um, known artist. I'll send you the name because it's confusing. But
No, this is good.
she's from Australia. It's a
Hey,
solo
shout out.
project. She sings and produces all of her work, and writes it. Like pretty much like one man show, one woman show. Um, and she's definitely on the smaller side. I only heard of her this year, but she's kind of blowing up, especially in Australia. Like the ARIA Awards, ARIA, I think are like the biggest Australian awards for, I don't know if it's just music, but she won like Best New Artist there. So she's definitely like known in EDM circles and in Australia, but not as big. And it's a very EDM album, a little bit more so than I usually do. Like I usually prefer a bit of like a smoother house vibe as opposed to like ns. But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
this is definitely the latter. But I do love it because it's very slickly produced and sounds very good to the ears. And it goes hard. Like some of these tracks, the beat drop will make you want to like run through a wall. Especially my favorite track from the album, Fuck My Computer, which is about her wanting to have sex with her computer because no one else knows her better. Um,
Oh, bars. Whoa, yeah.
right?
Fuck yeah, I like those. That's good. That's bars.
Um, and then like it goes. very EDM. One track is like full on dubstep, which is my least favorite track of the album, but I do respect it because it's well produced, but that one's not for me. Um, but you know, try and get past that if that's an issue for you. Like it's still, I think, a very well produced album, despite being somewhat loud at times. Um, and the contents of the album is it's a very like Y2K album. She's our age. And it's one of the first albums that I've heard that's very much like about nostalgia from our specific time.
Hmm.
Like she's talking about having one of my favorite tracks is called iPod Touch, and it's basically about her childhood. And she talks about having like an iPod Touch with a crack in the screen. Like I had that. And like she had a little yellow Pikachu case, and I didn't have those, but like plenty of bitches did have the Pikachu case.
Right.
So I think it's like we're gonna see a lot more of that nostalgia for 2000s babies coming, but this is one of the first that I've listened to that like it scratches that itch in a good way and not like a pandering way. So yeah,
All
I don't know
right.
if my favorite album of the year, but she's definitely my favorite new artist of the year.
Oh, all right. That reminds me. I was going to say mine, but let's save it because the end of the year is coming up. So we are going to
Yes.
have a award show that we're going to call half an award show here on the podcast. We'll probably post that will be posted whatever the first Tuesday is of 2026. Um, we need to talk about how we're going to do that. How we're going to pick
We'll
winners
figure it out.
and nominees.
We don't
Um,
have to, I mean, we don't have to keep ourselves to a super, like, it doesn't have to be January 6th,
yeah,
not
fair.
January 6th, because that's a crazy day to
Whoa,
have it.
whoa, 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 whoa.
But, like, the
Yeah,
Oscars
that's
are
fair.
until like February or March, so we're chilling.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. All right. I think we've been going for a little bit over an hour. I don't think we have time for a bracket for our first
No,
episode. We don't want to get too crazy. So do you, we're just gonna have to go ahead and wrap it up here. Like I said, next week we are gonna be doing Zootopia 2, and then is there anything else? Because I do like
uh,
doing two things
I
in an
mean,
episode.
honestly, I might have seen Knives Out by then if you have
Okay.
as well, but it's okay if not. We'll find something to talk about, something
Yeah.
current.
Are you interested in Now You See Me 3? I still have not seen that.
I've
Are
not
you
seen
interested
it.
in seeing that?
Like
Okay. We'll
maybe. I
talk
feel
about
like
it.
there's more in theater. Like I'd rather see Rental Family than that.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about it. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, this was fun.
This was fun. Um, my final thoughts are this is our first episode, so if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. If you are planning on coming back, thank you even more. But yeah, this is our first episode. We did record a practice one, and we showed it to our friends, we made some notes, and tried to correct on that as much as we could. But if you guys that are watching have any thoughts, you can leave them in the comments. We'd be very appreciative of them. Constructive criticism is always welcomed here on this show. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please come back. If not, that's all right. We didn't enjoy Stranger Things. It's just it's what it's to each their own. So yeah,
Okay.
thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.